Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. So it's Friday, the week is over. We had NFP today. It was quite interesting. It started very volatile this morning. I actually lost two positions today, taking these two entries right here. I actually lost and then took the winner. So for the day, pretty much you can see that for the week, this is how I'm ending on the week. This is not a funded account. This is my own account, and you can see that for the week, if you do the measure right here, I won three and I lost three for the week. So you can say probably my win rate is just 50-50 right now in like this particular week. So that's basically how I measure it. Although my win rate sometimes really sucks, but I don't care because I still manage to close in profits most of the weeks. You see, sometimes I have really pretty bad weeks like this one right here, right? And I still manage to end the week in profits. So that's what matters. I really don't care about my win rate. My win rate is not my thing. It's not something that I'm concerned about. Is the risk to reward ratios and knowing when to get out of the trade. So it saves me a lot. So, anyways, let me show you the first two losses I had this morning and what my bias was for today, because I was bullish. My bias for the day was bullish since we actually did close right here the day, not yesterday, because it was a holiday yesterday. Pretty much did not do anything, and we did not trade yesterday. So based on this candle, I'm kind of bullish, but I was expecting, however, price to sort of like come in down right here a little, just a little, tap the daily before it pushed up. So I was kind of waiting for that, and then what happened is that overnight, by the time I wake up, this happens. This high gets taken. This daily high actually got taken tonight. You know, so we go lower time frame. Let me actually bring it out here. When price was in this area, hold on, let me bring back. This is my VIP group. Today, right here. So I was not seeing anything, and I'm sending a few ideas, just a few setups, and I'm starting to see already a liquidity sweep right here on Nasdaq. This is right before the news came out, and this is probably my mistake. This is why everybody should wait, for the news, especially NFP. But we should all wait until the report is out. Although I'm not going to lie, it doesn't happen all the time. But when it happens, it can hit your stop loss pretty quick. So ideally, you kind of want to wait for the news to come out first, and then you find a setup later. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm seeing. Nasdaq right now, New York session just opened, right? What time is it? 8:15. We are already sweeping a London low right here, right? So after the price is taking this liquidity, of course, having into consideration where are we right now, because disregard this candle at the moment, because that's the news candle. So somewhere about there, around there, if you use the Fibonacci from the low to this high, price is not it's not a discount just yet to push up. So we really need the price to come back down, ideally. So this is what's happening. Let's go back to 5-minute time frame. Right, we have a sweep right there, right? As soon as it sweeps, I know for sure that if the price comes back up and closes above this high, that's going to be my change in the state of delivery, or also known as order block, right? So this is what happens. Price breaks right there pretty quick. Boom. Beautiful push. As the price was pushing, I was already making my entry in here this morning. So look at this. Placing my stop loss just right here. And my take profit was actually 1 to 2. I was using my Fibonacci extension, which is from the low to this high, and I go projection. I was targeting somewhere here, right? So this is what happens now when the news comes out. Boom. Yeah, it hit TP, but it hit TP before stop me out. Like, it sucks. Of course, I was kind of expecting the price to push up first and then drop, but no, it did the opposite, right? The price actually dropped first, very strong to the downside, and I was actually seeing the price is tapping now a 4 hour. It was rejecting a 4 hour. After this impulse, the price pulled back to discount, and it was reacting nicely to this 4 hour. So look at this, because this is where my next stop loss came in, right? So this is the first stop, right? I got to stop down on this one, boom. But then I start to see this right here. So I was already hopping in back into another buy. Why? Well, we still have the change in state of delivery. If you look at it, we do have a breaker as well. We have a breaker block right here, right? We have a fair value gap in this area. So we have a fair value gap on top of a breaker. What is that? It's a unicorn, right? And what I like is that, okay, we did have that volatility first with the news, but we don't have any candle closing below my my breaker right here, right? We don't have any candle closing below, at least at this point. So I was hopping back in again into this position somewhere here. And in this area, I decided to place my stop loss below the breaker, right? The wick of the breaker right there. That's where what I was placing. And I was targeting again high, right? So I just wanted to see if we were going to continue holding or respecting this zone right here, this unicorn. But guess what? No, price actually came back down and it stopped me. So that was my second loss. I was still convinced that the price would actually push. So I went ahead because I knew, we are already were rejecting this 4 hour fair value gap. We swept liquidity at the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, it's possible as well that because we keep breaking record highs. Nasdaq keeps just pushing up. So I would not be surprised if all of a sudden after this liquidity that was taken, we would have had a much bigger drop today, right? I would not be surprised. So, but I'm still kind of more bullish. So I went ahead and used my fib. Now I wanted to measure this week right here, this entire week, right? I went from the high, from the top of the week to the bottom of the week. The middle of the week is the 50% consequent encroachment. So what I'm seeing is the following. I see the price actually coming into this area, and I think I'll switch to the 1 minute, or I stay on the 5. Look at this. Look at this right here. It was actually on the 5. So we're starting to respect already. We are topping at 50% CE, right? And then we see, boom, we're starting to break right there. That was my entry. I was actually entering aggressively again. Guys, this again, I have from 2 to 3 shots every day. Okay. If I take one shot and the first shot is a winner, I am probably out for the rest of the day, most likely. And you can ask anybody from my team. That's normally how I trade. Okay, I do not over risk. I do not over trade. Which, by the way, if you want to be part of my team, just visit teamprofitsfx.com. I'm running a beautiful offer right now. If you want to be part of my team forever, there's a one-time payment only, and you're part of my team forever. So you trade with me every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday live on Zoom. Okay, and I still trade, of course, Mondays and Fridays on my Telegram. I still send analysis and the signals, as you want to call it. Although I don't want you guys to be joining just because of the signals, but because of the knowledge. So right here in this area, I'm getting another order block right here. So I am taking this buy one more time, right? Because I know what price is right now, probably pulling back, out of, because of this huge week right here. Price is respecting 50% consequent encroachment, and I'm seeing an order block right here in this area. So I'm taking the shot. My third shot, if it did not play around, if the actual formation did not play, that's fine. It is what it is. I end the week with a little bit of loss right there, but I would still be in profits. I was way ahead in profits. So it didn't matter if I had these three losses today. It really didn't matter. So from there, the rest is history. Price came back down, sort of tapping that order block. If you wanted to get in on that order block, and then price actually hit my TP on my broker. I told my team that my broker was actually smashing TP for some reason. This capital come, it's very different. The price is very different in comparison to my broker. I don't trade directly on TradingView. I actually trade with a different broker. So my TP was being smashed right here. In this case, on Capital Comp, did not hit the TP, but came back down to the break-even point and pushed up. So if I was using this broker, I would have probably been out on break-even just one bit before hitting the final TP. So yeah, that's the difference when trading, different brokers. So after that, anyways, price did ended up pushing up much higher. So we had divergence. That's another beautiful thing. Of course, I was seeing S&P that with the news, when the news came out, it formed divergence at the bottom. So this is why I was very convinced that the price would go up. I had a lot of confluences on my bias and my direction, so I took my third chance, because ended up having two losses, as you can see right here. This is the first loss. This is the second loss, and this was the win. So that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to break it down for you. This is what we do. This week was really nice as well. We happened to find really nice setups. If you want to be part of our team, again, just remember, visit my website, teamprofitsfx.com. You can also follow me on my free Telegram, free Discord. Just go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I do post on all my setups in there after they play out or during the morning. I just post some cool stories in there. I'm trying to maintain Instagram live right now. I'm not that big of a Instagrammer, but yeah, I'm trying to get back in there. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Appreciate you guys. Big thumbs up. It motivates me to keep posting content for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. All right, take it easy.